Okay, we're going to talk about that word small, and we're going to talk about the word little. Now, they look like they're the same word, okay? And they usually are. There's a very fine, the only difference is you might use the word little in a slightly different way, okay? So you might use small or little. Okay, so these are a small house and a little, looks like maybe a gingerbread house or something, a little toy house. So when we have feelings about something and we want to describe something like, it's a cute little baby, that kind of has a little bit of an emotion with it, doesn't it? A cute little baby. Okay? So a cute little baby, we wouldn't say a cute small baby, we'd say it's a cute little baby. Okay, but it can be when that's something positive, but it can be negative as well. It can be a nasty or a mean little man. Okay, so I think I spelled, okay, my typing's not too good right here, so I'll just fix it up so it should say little. So it's a nasty or a mean little man. Okay, so if you're going to use it with another adjective that adds some sort of feeling, your opinion about it as well, then don't use small, use little. Okay? Otherwise, they're identical. Okay? And do we have some more words for small or little? We learned a couple in this lesson. Do you remember what they were? A mean midget. Oh, gee. I don't like to say that. They're not usually mean. They're actually usually quite nice. Depends how you treat them. If you treat someone nicely, they usually treat you quite well back. So, but not always. Okay. So, no, no other words for little. Do you remember them? Words for little? You can't remember them. You forgot them already. So, they'd be tiny or petite. Okay. Tiny or petite are good words for little. If something's really, really small, like a toy or something like a model car, you know, those toy little model cars, it's miniature. When it's smaller than the real thing, then it's miniature. Okay? Just so you know that word. But like this one probably is a miniature house. It's a copy of a big one, but it's a smaller one. Okay, so it's miniature. Okay, good. And I can't change slides because this is, oh, maybe I can this way. Okay, there we go. I've got some kind of thing over top of it. Okay, what color is her hair? We're going to talk about hair. Now you have individual hairs, you know, you can't even count them. Maybe I have 5 hairs in my hand. Okay, so those are hairs. So, but we talk about our hair on top of our head, a non-count word. This is our hair. All those hairs together are our hair. So what color is her hair? So she's blonde. Okay, now we spell blonde with an E. Okay, we put an E on it, blonde. Okay, so this is another way to spell blonde. Okay, she's fair. Okay, she's fair-haired. Okay, you have to say fair-haired. And that would just tell you that it's a light color, okay? But it wouldn't tell you that it's like it might be. We actually use this more often to describe skin. She's fair-skinned, so I'd keep it just for fair-skinned, okay? Skinned. So that means it's a light. She's light-skinned, okay? Means light-skinned, okay? So she's blonde. Okay, good. She has fair hair. Okay, good. What beautiful hair you have. Okay? So they're kind of making a joke about this man because he hardly has any hair. No, so pale is for skin, okay? Pale skin, Sergi. Okay, that's for skin, pale skinned. She's half pulled. And bold means brave, kind of when you're bold, you're brave. But the word is bald, spelt with an A. Okay, bald. So he's bald. Okay? And when you go bald when you're really young, like usually you go bald when you're in your 50s, but this man may not be in his 50s, so then we say he's prematurely bald. This means you go bald in your some people are bald in their teens, and are in their 20s. So that's prematurely bald. Okay? Now, you'll see that he has a beard, but men shave, right? They shave. So his head may be shaved. Okay? He has a shaved head. And this is really in style now, okay? You know the actor Bruce Willis. He's been shaving his hair forever, okay? Because he was prematurely bald. So he thought, well, I might as well shave my head and make it a style, and it worked, okay? And he's been bald ever since. I don't know how much hair he has now that he's older. Maybe he has none, but he shaved his head, okay? So, and that's quite a style right now. That's for men who go prematurely bald. They like to shave their head. And so here's a man who's bald, and he's just shaved his head really short, so he hasn't shaved his head bald, okay? He's just shaved his head, okay? So there's a difference. It's just really short, okay? Okay, good. So let's look at hair, more things to describe your hair. So you can have dark hair, or you can have fair hair, or light hair, light colored hair. Blonde with an E, I like to spell it with an E. You can have brown hair, or chestnut brown is kind of a little bit of a reddish brown, a little bit, just a touch of red. Or sometimes we say mousy brown, and this is kind of an insult. But when it's just kind of that dull brown, it's not a great brown color, it's just kind of a dull, looks like maybe the color of a mouse or something, so we call it mousy brown, okay? So when we have black hair, red hair, gray you can spell gray either way, okay? It doesn't matter. It's spelled both ways. Not sure why, it just is. Auburn hair, does anybody know what auburn hair is? Auburn hair is red hair, but it's actually reddish brown, okay? Auburn hair. So it looks red, but it's got some brown in it, So it's reddish brown is auburn hair. You might also, does anybody know what ginger is? Ginger colored hair. This is more British, they'll call it ginger. We don't use this in America, but you might hear it British. Ginger is sort of an orange color. You don't want to say somebody has orange hair, so you're going to call it ginger, okay? And okay, and golden hair, this is more British as well. We never usually call it golden, okay? We just say they're blonde. Sometimes we say golden blonde, which is kind of what mine is, It's that really kind of shiny blonde, whereas the blonde can be more of a yellowish color, or it can be a golden blonde. It's really shiny blonde. Okay? Okay, good. So lots of ways to describe your hair. Okay. And guess what? We're still not finished. So now we have the length of your hair. Okay. So we have medium length, which is, I'd say, to your shoulder length. Medium length and shoulder length would be kind of the same, except on a man, okay, then medium length is just kind of in between. And then you have long hair. Short hair is short, above your shoulder. Or on a man, a short hair would be really short. And waist length hair goes down to your waist. Okay, that's super long hair right down to your waist. Okay, and we have straight hair, which is my hair is straight, a really good example of straight hair. Okay, straight hair, no curls. Thick hair where it's really thick, and we can also call this bushy. If it's kind of messy, it's bushy. And I'll tell you some other part of your hair that can be bushy, and that's your eyebrows. Okay, and quite a few people have what we call bushy eyebrows. So your eyebrows are right here, right above your eyes. And you know how some people they're really thick and it's long? Those are bushy eyebrows. Okay, another way to describe your hair on your facial hair. And then, of course, you have curly hair, and this girl's hair is very curly. It means those curls are really tight. Wavy is just kind of like how my fringes. It's just got one wave. So waves are kind of just like this, just like the ocean. But curly is really tight curls, those round little ones, okay? And then there's wavy. Now there's a thing that girls do to their hair, and they do it, I noticed it in Russia, where you take 3 parts of your hair and then you go one inside the other. And you do this thing and it comes out all in a big long thing and it's all put together and it comes out neat looking. I didn't do it. But that's called a braid. Okay? So a braid. And if you have lots of them, then you have braided hair. Okay? Braided hair. Where you take the 3 bits and you wrap them around. Now, if you take your hair behind your head, you can say your hair is pulled back. I'm teaching you more than in the lesson, so you learn lots. Okay, pulled back. Your hair is pulled back, and if it's you put it together like this you tie it together there. This is called a ponytail, because a pony has a tail that looks like that. A pony is like a little horse, and it's called a ponytail. Okay, so now you know what that's called as well, a ponytail. Okay, and sometimes men wear their hair in a ponytail as well if they have long hair. My son does. He has long hair and he wears a ponytail. And it can be considered quite stylish. So you can have smooth hair. It's kind of straight hair. But if it's super straight and it feels soft as well, then it's smooth, okay? So it's soft and smooth are kind of together, okay? And then you have thick hair, you have thin hair. My hair is very thin. You have dull hair, and you have shiny hair, okay? So, and you know what shiny is. And we had a shiny apple before. That would have been a good way to describe that apple. It was a shiny apple. So now we're going to look at some photos. And before I start, I'm just going to tell you what these are called. Okay, this right here. And she has them as well. Okay, so in America, they're called bangs with an S. It's a non-count word. You have bangs, so not a bangs, it's just bangs. But in Britain or England, it's called, and in Australia, it's called a fringe. Okay, good. Milky knew that, a fringe. Okay, but bangs and a fringe. Okay, so that's pretty important to remember as well. So I would like you to describe her hair. She has what hair, right? She has da 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 hair. As many words as you can think of to describe her hair. See what you can remember. She has da 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 hair. See how many you can think of. Okay, Sergi, well done. Can you use another word to describe, is it thick or thin? Is it straight? Have you got another word? She has nice. So we can't have a with hair. Okay, it's a non-count word. You have hairs when you count them, but you don't have a hair. You have hair. So we have to take a out of that. She has shiny red, long wavy hair with a fringe. Now we need a fringe, okay? Or with bangs. She has ginger, wavy, thick hair. Good. With bangs. Okay, good. She has red, thick hair. It looks red to me, a little bit red. Yeah, maybe reddish blonde. You can always do reddish brown, reddish blonde. Okay, you can do it that way as well to mix the two colors. She has thick red hair. Nobody told me about the length. It's long, but how long is it? She's long, shiny, good. Spelled I, shiny, S-H-I-N-Y. Wavy, ginger hair with a fringe, good. Thick and curly, her hair is thick and curly, I'd say that, or thick and wavy, either one. Okay. She's wavy shoulder length hair, very well done, Alina. Nobody got the shoulder length. Okay, it is long, but it's shoulder length, and if you were describing her more exactly, then that would be your description. Did I keep the order of adjectives? Guess what? For this one, it doesn't matter which order the adjectives go in. I'd say maybe the color last, but I don't think it matters. I'd put the color last and everything else in front of it is what I would do. Or the length, if you were doing the length, maybe the length would be last. But it doesn't matter for this. This is an easy one. It doesn't matter which order you put them in. A very good question, though. Thank you for asking. She has nice, shiny, red, long, wavy hair with a fringe. Okay, a fringe, and then bangs with no, the same as hair has no as well, and either does bangs. Those are a non-count word. Okay, so well done. I think almost everybody gave it a try, so well done. Okay, let's see what's up here next. Okay, let's try this one. See what you remember about this one. She has short, straight black hair. Okay, Milky. I think that there's not much else to say about that one. She has no bangs or no fringe. Okay, she has no bangs or no fringe. Black, short, straight, thick. It looks a little bit thick to me too. Okay, now there's something called a part. I have one and she has one. Okay, this is, I'll point to it in the picture. This is her part right here, right? So she has, her hair is parted on the left side. I'm being really fussy, being really exact, or just parted on the side. It's hard to remember which side. Or it could be parted in the middle, like mine. It's parted in the middle, okay? Or she has a part. She has a part, okay?